Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get active. What's up, guys? I'm here to do a breakdown / live reaction review to chapter 409 of Hunter x Hunter, which is known as, I'm gonna say it. It's probably like Negotiation Games Part 3, if I had to hazard a guess, because it looks like we're still here. I thought we were gonna like immediately leap into something crazy happening, but at least on this first page, we're still talking about the special martial law has been declared. So overall, I'm excited. Once again, this is a build. And I think that's what we're sort of doing right now. Honestly, it's impressive to me how much building we're doing, solely for the fact that like so much building has already been done. And yet we're still evolving, we're still going more in depth, and we're still exploring more and more and more. And I'm interested to see what role Morena's gonna be playing, or at least this false Morena. Thank you to everyone who explained it to me in last week's comment section, because my brain is thick as a brick, and thusly I could not understand it at all. But with that being the case, let's not waste any more time, and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. It ain't another fun fact. I also happen to have it on me and keep it on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. I'm clean. I caught both. I caught both. Just barely. Did I damage either one of you? Nah, kinda. No, not really. All right, good. Let me put the Jingu Bang down real quick. But with it being the case, I'm still intrigued. Mainly because I feel like Borkin hasn't like been a character, or at least like they were a character. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still interested to see how this plays in, especially considering right, Seni is going to be important. It's not really. Remember, we're only here. Okay, not only. Because ultimately, Leorio became one of the Zodiacs, who then recruited Kurapika to become another one of the Zodiacs. So even if Seri didn't have the Scarlet Eyes, Kurapika and Leorio are main characters that we're following for now, would be here. But like, he's extra important because he's the one linking point, I'd say, between both plots. Like, both plots. Obviously, we have the main plot, which is I guess hardly enough. The main plot for Kurapika is the recovery of the Scarlet Eyes. But right now, the main plot is the Succession War, which is going to go into the Dark Continent Exploration arc. And then we do have Kurapika in the plot with the Scarlet Eyes. And Leorio's there too. But notably, he's more so by proxy, thanks to being one of the Zodiacs now, a part of the whole, Dark Continent Exploration arc, making sure Beyond Netero doesn't go into crazy. Like, he's already wrapped up in there. And so far, we haven't really gotten much of him. He's kind of been a background character, despite being the other main character of this. But Seni and anyone who's associated with him are going to be important because of their natural association to the Scarlet Eyes, which is why Kurapika's even here in the first place. So, I'm intrigued to see how this plays out, especially considering this Morena is really putting her foot in to possibly dangerous things, possibly not dangerous things. We shall see. So let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into it. Who would be saying this? We'll put it in generic narrator voice because I don't know who's talking right now. Let's see. Special martial law has been declared. Special martial law has been declared. This is not a drill. We repeat, this is not a drill. All passengers on Tier 5 are to follow the usual instructions of the military police and labor supervisors. This is an issue operating from upper tiers, and it will have no impact whatsoever on Tier 5. Remain calm. What's happening, dog? Tier 5 gets to run free, but the upper tiers, what's going on? Let's see. The same. So it's the top 3 tiers. So the commoners are safe. Interesting. Let's see. The same applies to Tier 4. All connected passageways have been sealed off as a precautionary measure to ensure that any issues from the upper tiers do not, under any circumstances, spread downward. Which is crazy, because like, the upper tiers are where the royals are, right? So like, the problems are happening where the high life and the wealthy are, and they don't want it to spread down to the commoners. It's tricky. Typically, it's like the exact opposite. Let's see. Do not, under any circumstances, spread downward. We are taking all possible measures to ensure there will be no impact whatsoever on Tier 4. All passengers on Tier 3, listen carefully. Face the nearest wall. Get on your knees. Spread your cheeks open and place your hands flat against the wall. Remain in that position and await further insertions. Do not move until you receive orders from the Royal Army. Remain where you are. Anyone who fails to comply will be given back shots on sight. Special martial law. The highest level of alert against a national crisis. With this broadcast, all Royal Army personnel have been granted the authority to insert. It's bad. I was like trying to dodge around, but like, and what I'm saying worse? Possibly. Let's see. With this broadcast, all Royal Army personnel have been granted the authority to insert any suspicious individuals without warning, and to the duty to eliminate armed civilians and immediately neutralize potential threats. So what happened? What is happening? Like, don't get me wrong, this is an interesting game, but what's happening out there? What's going on? What's going down? On tier once again, it has to do with Hulkenberg. Like, there's no way this doesn't have some immediate tie to Hulkenberg and his whole ploy, right? Right? But then what's happening? Let's see. Yep, negotiations part 3. I know you, Togashi. All right, let's see. Even Morena's a bit tense, but that's to be expected. I was on tier 1 not too long ago, and even I could have anticipated this. But this significantly narrows down the hideout's location. Once again, you don't know enough about Nen to say that, because, like, did we ever figure out where the one Nen beast moved? That room? I forget, but there is the one Nen beast of that prince that, like, straight up created a separate space. It's the one where Bisky's in, and she got that one dude feeling a little bit hot and heavy for her. You know, he saw the games. I was like, I love muscular women, and he just like me for real. Well, combo. I love tall muscular women, and he just like me for real. But still, like, are they even on the ship? Like, I generally don't know if it's confirmed whether or not that room is anywhere on the ship. And the same case could be here, where technically they have a link to the ship, and maybe people can still come through that link. But at the same time, I feel like we've seen, because we've seen some of their operation outside of what Porkin has seen. They have, like, so many security measures that I think it's genuinely impossible for anyone to even still come find them. Let's see. Announcements from higher tiers are not broadcast to lower ones. This means that we are definitely above tier 3. But thing is though, the announcement just mentioned tier 4 and 5. Why would it do that unless it was being broadcast at tier 4 and 5? I thought that's a little strange. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit suspicious. If the broadcast continues, I can narrow down the location even further. You are acting under the assumption that these people will let you leave alive. That is a very strict and very bold assumption. Young lady, let's see if you're right. Let's see. I'll choose the deal card. Jokes, not. Let's see. Huh? It's my turn, so I'm going with the D card. All civilians on tier 2 are to return to their rooms immediately. Be on standby, ensure you don't have any accessories or personal belongings of any kind with you. Keep all doors open. Sit down with your hands spread out on a table. Otherwise, hold them raised above your shoulders and wait. I'm impressed you can remain calm even in this situation. Very well, we'll continue the game as is. I never expected the risk of our side. The risk to our side would surface at a time like this. I love Togashi's walls of text, but gosh darn it, even with my nearsighted nature, it's a little harder to focus in on. Let's see. With the announcement at this volume, and assuming she remained attentive, she should have been able to catch what I said. The reason Marina asked me to repeat myself must be, 1, she was distracted by the broadcast, or 2, she needed time to gather her thoughts. That is true. I feel like, I wouldn't even say it's like a tactic, because I've seen even kids do it, where like they'll repeat a question to think of a lie. Or like repeat a question to gather time. It is something, and notably, I've even done it not to fill time, but to fill space. Like, and to be fair, I was taught how to do this. Like, this isn't a me thing I came with originally. So, but typically, whenever I'm answering like short answer questions, back when I was still getting my education, who knows if I'll go get more later. But when I was getting my education and they'd have the question, one of the things I was taught in order to make sure I filled that space and get those like 5 minimum sentences necessary or whatever, is I would rephrase the question in writing. So the question was like, prove how Sarah, well, let's just use Hunter x Hunter for example. Give an example on Nen restrictions and explain the valuation of Gon's Nen restriction or Nen contract in order to achieve adult Gon. I'd be like, the way adult Gon used the Nen contract in order to achieve adult Gon. Like, I would repeat the question after the first part of the sentence and then go into the rest. Let's see. Either way, this is emergency broadcast works to my advantage, since I want to break through the current situation. Good luck with that. Let's see. For now, Marina has decided to continue the game, despite the understanding the importance and danger of the broadcast. Either she's confident in this hideout won't be discovered, or she's sure she won't be overpowered, even in the event of a raid. These points aren't necessarily a disadvantage for me either. As long as the game proceeds without delay, there won't be any disputes over the results. Once again, still under the assumption that she won't just take your life. I'll say, of course, the best case scenario would be for the Royal Army soldiers to raid this place and subdue Marina and her group. But in that case, there's the risk that I get astray and be slaughtered, or I'd be considered a member of Marina's group and be executed. Even if I don't get Even if I don't get back shots, the chances of being detained, interrogated, or even information removed for an extended period are quite high. That's the thing, right? Like, honestly, Borkins live like the worst case scenario possible. They lose. There's like no universe where they come out. I know we want to say like okay, because like they may be okay, but like something bad has happened to them. Worst case scenario, and a majority of the worst case scenario is like some form of death. That's what's happening. Let's see. The D card. If you agree to my small request, you may bring back one card from the graveyard. I think you just cooked yourself, Morgan. Let's see. To navigate this extraordinary mess as smoothly as possible, my only option is to escape the game with the X card. Let's see. The request has already been decided. You'll have to kiss me. Isn't that the activation for her net ability? I genuinely forget. Gosh darn it. And someone literally asked me about her net ability. Someone asked me in last week's comment section, do you think they asked if sabotage would work in the same way to get points through the Marina system? And I said no. Mainly because I feel like it has to be direct. Because I feel like if it was sabotage, it has to be way too easy. Just like poisoning the food. And then maybe it could be the case. Maybe they're in it for the love of the game. But I believe the nature of the game is that you do need it's some sort of interaction with her. It may be kissing. Let's say. You'll have to kiss me. Borkin's like, not into that. I think I'd rather not. Well, let's see. A deep kiss, mouth to mouth. Once is enough, but we'll keep going until I'm satisfied. She a little freaky. But hey. Not only, hold on. Do I double check that? No, I'm not gonna double check it, but I feel like that is the activation for an ability. Let's see. Since related to my ability. Oh, okay. So yeah, it is her ability. It is her ability. Alright, I'm not tweaking. Let's see. Since related to my ability, I'll tell you beforehand. Kissing is one of the conditions for granting my ability to you as a member. There are 3 conditions you must fulfill to be recruited as a member. The inclusion of the negotiation game must be yes. B. Oh wait, A. Gosh darn it. B. You must kiss me and be infected with my ability. It's literally an STI. Let's see. My ability. C. You must be present at the scene where either I or one of the other members is slaughtering someone. The order doesn't matter. As long as all 3 conditions are met, you can be at ease. Please consider these conditions before deciding whether or not you want to accept my request. So technically, I mean, the thing is, right, she's lost. Kind of, sort of. Because I keep saying she's lost. So you already know why I think she's lost. But the issue here now is she says no. Then what does that do? I actually do forget. And 2, she says yes. She gets kissed. One of those 3 conditions are met. And notably, she cannot be certain whether or not the C condition will be met. Even if she's paying attention, she doesn't know all the people within Morena's group. And honestly, someone could do that and could meet 2 of the conditions. And then the 3rd one, the end of the negotiation game must be yes. That's pretty much guaranteed. Unless she wants to die. So like, no matter what, all 3 of these conditions are met. And that's why I called the small request card the sleeper card. I compared it to my like Magic the Gathering card, where whenever you saddle, the card you use to saddle gets +1/+1, because you would think it's the other card where you just say yes to the deal and you agree. That would be the main card. That's only the card they want you to focus on. And that would be my 3/3 that gives me health back every single time it attacks. Ultimately, the truth is, I want to feed the fake lead card into the real lead card in order to make sure that it gets out to like +7/+7, so then I can just one-shot everything you send out, and then keep restoring health on health on health on health. But Morena here, she's met her win con. Because I genuinely do forget what happens if she says no to the deal or for the small request. I think she can deny it, but ultimately I don't think that works out for her. Because she needs she needs a card back, right? But let's see. All passengers on Tier 1, please return to your rooms and wait for the soldier's inspection. Once the inspection is complete, we will guarantee the same level of freedom in daily activities as before special martial law. An emergency broadcast for Tier 1. An announcement that would never be sent to the lower tiers. This tier, on board this luxury liner. Is it even possible to abduct me from Tier 3 and move me all the way to Tier 1? Once again, you don't know none, so most certainly. Let's see. No, I've got it wrong. Morena's the boss of the Healy family. She rose to that position by posing as a second-track faker. In other words, someone who acts as the shadow of royalty. She probably had her own room designated residents as a Tier 1 passenger from the start. If they had taken measures in advance to make sure that a broadcast meant only for the upper tiers could be heard in their secret hideout, this place could be located in any tier. That's the thing, you just don't know, especially with Den involved. Let's see. It's not unreasonable to hesitate, but rest assured, I promise that we will not force any of the 3 conditions on you. Let's see. There are some things I absolutely have to ask. I need the X card back as well. I accept! And you've lost. That's it. That's it. You've lost. You lost. Because I don't know, those other 2 conditions, they sound too easy to me. The first one's guaranteed, and the third one can happen by straight accident. In fact, honestly, it's better if you don't meet the first 3 conditions. Or if you don't meet the last condition right now, you meet it later. Because then the ability will spawn in you. Essentially, you do become what Marina likely wants you for, a sleeper agent. That just needs to be activated by you just need to be there. You don't have to participate in it, you just need to be there. And then suddenly you're part of the game. Marina got her wink on. I accept. Alright then, come on over. Okay, I'm glad. I'm gonna say, I'm not sure if I didn't mention it when she first said sloppy, long, on the mouth with tongue. Like, I didn't mention it. I was like, Togashi, are you even like legally allowed to show that? In this spot, like is this something you can show? I doubted it. And that makes sense. Oh, well, I'm sorry. The sheer opposite reactions. Glowing with light even though she slaughtered countless people. Countless people. Versus, who knows how many people she slaughtered personally, but she looks absolutely dead inside. Let's see. Huh? For what? Oh, I didn't think it would be your first time. Oh, so she's like, sorry about that, my G. Didn't mean to steal that from you. Shame. It may be your first and your last. How could you even... On what basis could you say that? Do you want to take a little break first? I like Marina. So far, but then again, there's so many characters. There's so many characters here in the Succession War that I'm like, man, out of all the new characters introduced, who is my favorite? Marina is up there. And honestly, I'll admit, I get a lot of the hype behind Seti, but I feel that, ironically enough, I feel the same way about Seti that a lot of people feel about, or the way I used to feel about Suguna. Like, there definitely is intrigue there, and he's been enough of a character where I'm like, I can see the vision why a lot of people love him. But right now, I'm still a little bit, I'm going to need a lot more Seti screen time before I, like, start doubling down. Obviously, I've invested some stocks into him just to be safe. You know, he's a safe investment, so you gotta invest when it's safe. But still, let's see. Do you want to take a little break first? Are you mocking me? I'm taking back the X card. Now let's continue. It's too late. Let's see. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? Seriously, I'm fine. Just don't bother. Oh, wait a second. Uh-oh. Why are her eyes blank? What's going on? What's happening? These 2 cards. Can I flip them to take a look? Uh-oh. Well, I was busy being... Whoa! I mean, yeah. Being harassed at your tiny request. I completely took my eyes off these cards. No, you did. That's the thing. It's all. And then notably, I can't really talk too much smack because I'm like, I'll admit, I'm much more of a Pokemon player than I am a TCG player. And then I'll even admit, back in the Pokemon days, I did have them false leads. I had like the Mon that I would send out, and just it would look like the lead, and it would do a whole bunch of damage. Like, I know the concept of like the self-off lead, like, right? Like the lead you send out to get rocks up, have a focus sash, and then explode. Like straight up, like Gen 4 Azoff, essentially. But I had leads, especially when I was like heavy in my showdown days. I still remember, I would like slap a choice band on something, make it jolly, and then just hope. And I just send it out. Like, a while back, like a few months ago, I was playing a bunch of like UU on Showdown. And my immediate lead would always be, all right, Arcanine, go out there. Rockhead, choice band, head smash them all, my boy. And like sometimes he would wipe out half a team. The rest of the team had nothing to do with Arcanine. There were no rock support. Obviously, he had a choice band, so if he ever came back in, he was taking 25% on rocks. So, though thanks to heavy duty boots, like rocks and hazard in general have like somewhat dropped off, but still, he would be like the false lead where I just send out and be like, yeah, slaughter them all. To the point where they would be so overwhelmed trying to deal with him and him alone that they wouldn't even consider the rest of the team. And the fact it was like a decent enough balanced team, which would work. And of course, I'd have like the second cleaner. Like back when, in fact, I still think Scizor is UU, but like back in the day when I was doing that, anything that wouldn't get cleaned up by a rock smash, such as another rock type, I had Scizor in the back. He was also banded and technician. Adamant. 252 attack EVs. Bullet punch. Like, I made sure something was going to happen. That was my lead and my cleaner, both of them, and then the rest of the team was kind of built around itself. In fact, that was such like a solid core for me, at least in like my days of messing around at UU, that I would make multiple teams of 4 and just slap those 2 on the front and back. It worked out. Let's see. Took my eyes off these cards. As I said earlier, I'm not using any tricks. She's not using any tricks, but her people could be. Let's see. Even so, do you still want to look? Like, are you insinuating that both cards have turned into X? Yeah, if you're not cheating, it's not a problem, right? No, it's not a problem, but it's disappointing, you know? There are people who use perplexing logic of, if there's nothing to hide, it's fine to justify snooping through their partner's phone. But I can't accept that. One of the perks of having Togashi take forever to make Hunter x Hunter. That's actually a thing. But specifically, it's a more modern day thing. Let's see. Then I just think, oh, so you don't trust me after all. And it completely turns me off. And you're fine with that. Yeah, so can I flip them? That's it. I mean, that is a tangent of tangents. Let's see. What does that say? Why does the one with nothing to hide have to surrender their right to show nothing? Such nonsense. Well, like, notably, I mean, so far I haven't been in a scenario like that. But like, typically, there's always reason for suspicion. And if you do have nothing to hide, then yeah. Honestly, I've been accused of that. I've thrown my phone. I've been like, go ahead, you can take it. Look through it. You know why? Like if you think there's anything, you can look. You can look. There's nothing in there. Like pictures of you, me, back when I had dogs, the dogs, and that's it. That's all I had. I did not take pictures. And now, like the only thing they'll see now, if someone were to go to my phone, is like, oh, he has a bunch of anime pictures and manga pictures and a bunch of weird selfies. Because those are the thumbnails. Let's see. So can I flip them? Aw, that hurts. Even after our kiss. Shut up! That wasn't a kiss. Got it? I'm flipping them. I mean, it was a kiss. Let's see. Okay, so no, that's not the case. Well, it's a no and the R, right? Oh, yeah. Now, okay, so now let's see. Did he swap them out here? Because like I know there are like sleeve card tricks, and he's very particularly wearing long sleeves. So I wouldn't be shocked if something like that happened. Now, go ahead and draw. She's gonna get the X again. Yeah, she got the X again. So there goes her chance of avoiding the game. There goes her chance of avoiding the game. It's done. Oh my, what a shame. Would you like to check the other 2 again? She's like, Morgan's like, you sliced. Let's see. Now choose one. The last card. Oh, by the way, if you're fine with just one question, you can skip question A and choose question B instead. I'll go with question A. Okay, with this one, I'll answer as many questions as you'd like. Now, shall we start? Okay, let's see. This hideout is located on tier 5. No. This hideout is located on tier 3 or 4. No. This hideout is located on tier 2 or 1. No. Of course, it's not. I knew it. I knew it was located on the ship. Like, that's the thing. And I think it's the same thing with that other prince in their room. I don't think it's on the ship anymore. It's straight. It's like an evolved version of the one girl's ability, who admittedly now is what I think. No, she was cleansed recently. But Kagetsu? No, it's some specific name that is similar to Kagetsu from Fire Emblem Engage. I remember because I looked up their name because I was trying to make sure I had everything straight, and then like Kagetsu for Fire Emblem Engage popped up. I don't think their name is actually Kagetsu. I don't think. Maybe. But, let's see. Huh? She's like, are you happy? I hope it was worth it. You used your X card. Your cheeks are mine! Let's see. You're lying. No. This hideout is aboard the Black Whale. Yes. Okay. Now that complicates things. Which tier is it on? Let's see. Unless there's a secret here. Huh?
This hideout was created through a nan ability. Yes and no.
Okay, so okay. Hideout is okay. Yes. Okay, I get it. Let me tap my brain real quick. Let me tap the brain. Let me show you what I'm thinking. So it's once again very similar to the prince's ability. What that prince did, or the Nen beast of the prince did, he's one of the younger ones. It took the room that was aboard the black whale and then resituated it. Where in Nen space that did that, nobody knows. That's why it has such a weird interaction. But the portal, being that door, is still there. And bada bing, bada boom, that's it. It's the same case with this, where through a Nen ability, the room is no longer on any of the tiers, but it was made out of a room that once existed on the black whale. So technically, the hideout is aboard the black whale in the sense that it is a room aboard the black whale. And it is, yes or no, created by a Nen ability, because the space it exists in is created by a Nen ability, but the room itself isn't. Let me cook. Let's see.
Huh? What's going on? Where the heck? Oh, it can't be. This hideout? It's between tiers 2 and 3. Yes.
Oh, well, never mind. I was completely wrong. Let's see.
Yes. Huh? This was planned from the start, from the manufacturing stage of the black whale. That vibration just now was the sound of a central gate completely closing between tier 2 and tier 3. The hideout is probably somewhere in that area.
I still don't fully buy that. Something seems suspicious. Let's see.
This hideout's entrance is located in a place accessible to the public. There are multiple yes and no.
Once again, a space, but out of space.
There are multiple entrances.
Oh, wait, yeah, I know where this hideout is. They were there. Or at least I know where the gate to this hideout is. Once again, where the hideout itself is debatable. Let's see.
There are multiple entrances. Yes. There are 2 entrances in total. No. There are 3. No. There are 4. No.
I love doing this to people, but I also hate when it gets done to me. Like I do love a good like mind game. Yes or no questions are fun because like they leave so much to be answered. Like if someone were to ask me, do you create content? Yes. Is it content based around lifestyle? No. Is it content based around TV? Yes and no. Is it content based around comics? Yes and no. Like technically, you can go on forever, and they just kind of have to guess. If you have no context for what I do on That Guy with the Pencil or any of my other platforms, you'd be like, "What's this? What's this guy even do?" And that's even on the guess that you stumble across content. Like you may be like, you work in bioengineering, no, and you'd be stuck. But
there are 5.
Yes, I still doubt that.
She actually started to hesitate in her responses. It's not that she's reluctant, but it seems she was trying to work out the details in her head to make sure she was telling the truth.
Ooh, that's true. Let's see. Ugh.
Limitations and vows. I'll make full use of them. The current member of numbers, including yourself, is 23.
But see, that's the thing. You're doing so good gathering all this information under the assumption that you will live. Remember what they told you at the start of this game. The further and further you get into it, the more and more information you acquire, the higher and higher the risk is for them, and the less and less likely they are to let you go. And not only that, you burned your only X card, and your only way to get back your X card, so the game can no longer be voided. They're going to spread you. Let's see.
No. 22. No. So once I get out of here, they can't lay a hand on us.
Bold of you to assume you're going to get out of there.
21. Yes. If I manage to get out of here safely, I didn't forget everything that happened here, including all the information I learned. You, of course, will keep your promise after I leave. Yes. If no is my last card, you will kill me. Yes.
Yeah. No matter what you cut, that's all I'm saying.
Let's see. Of the 21 members, you are the only specialist. Yes.
For now.
Let's see. Yes. You know the abilities of the other 20. No. The number of enhancers among the members is 1. No. This information on their members, I'll bring out every last drop. This is my last question.
I would ask questions for time immemorial, because I know I'm cooked at this point.
I've learned so many things talking with you. I've come to feel grateful for this chance. If I didn't put the card that allows me to leave, I'm thinking of changing Kakina in my own way. But you have no intention of changing your goal. No.
Oh, wait. So there is some intention of changing your goal, maybe?
You have absolutely no intention of changing your goal. No. No matter what happens, you have no intention of changing your goal. No. Even if it's just a bit. If there's any way to find some sort of compromise. No.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
No. There's no other way. I will not change my goal.
Yeah, I mean, just based on what she described last chapter, I get it. I get it. I wouldn't do it, but I haven't been through it, so I get it.
I understand.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Bada bing, bada boom. Shuffle, shuffle.
Now, slide the card toward me that you'll discard.
Oh, look at the whole game being like, we all about to level up. Well, not really. Let's see.
Make the decision for your last card.
Tap, forward.
The two of us will flip at the same time. If I flip the R, I'll die. If I flip the R, I'll forget everything that happened to me and leave.
Oh, maybe.
That's fine. Well then, we'll flip that 0. 3, 2, 1,
0. Let's see.
I made it.
They're gonna slaughter her, and like she should go anyway. Let's see.
Congratulations. It's a pity, but it can't be helped. Alright, once you exchange the R card for the card you want, the game is over. I'm sorry. I gripped the R card too hard and ended up crumpling it.
I knew I could do that. I love jump scaring people by like walking up and just introducing myself with like a higher voice. I've done it before. Like, especially now that I've started working out, I'm trying to just like talk with more and more people. And like when I'm hench, when I got a pump, I'm very small right now. When I got a pump, I look mad, huge, and intimidating at my little 2-foot self, and I'll walk up and I'll be like, "Hello, are you gonna start with that machine?" And I've seen people's souls leap out of their bodies. But let's see.
It's fine. We replaced the cards with new ones every time. That's a relief. Is that not a mistake?
Uh-oh.
No. It is not a mistake.
Her choice is Her choice is yes. And the reason is... Okay, very, very interesting. Quite a fate you've chosen. Now, I wonder... Okay, so let me hazard a guess. If I had to hazard a guess right here at the end about why she chose yes, even though she had the opportunity to take the R card and bring it back and ultimately allow herself to be free, is because of all the information she gained. Ultimately, she's probably going down a self-sacrificial route, where she knows by joining their operation, joining their group, she definitely is going to have her autonomy. She's going to automatically meet the other two conditions that were presented earlier, the slaughter of someone else while in the presence of another Healy member. Also with the... What is the other condition? I knew she was going to meet it automatically somehow. Oh, the conclusion of the game must be yes. Okay. So she's likely going to do it. To get that inability, to become the plant, ultimately just to snitch. Just to tell everybody. Now, notably, the one thing that is uncertain is how close of an eye they'll be able to keep on her. And based on Moreno revealing that she herself doesn't know all the abilities, and assuming she is being 100% truthful, she may not have any full accurate way to completely track those who become part of her game or part of her gang, right? So all Borkin needs to do is meet the other two conditions, get an ability, go back and explain the whole rigmarole to the rest of her group, and then say she instantly dies afterwards. She'll be fine. Say she falls afterwards. She'll be fine, as long as the information gets back to Seti, which one of the group members will be able to do, even if it's not her. Now, of course, will she succeed in this? It's debatable. I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. However, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave yes and no. Yes and no in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe to the support channel, please, I need subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Trust me, you're gonna need to do it because gosh darn it, my videos do not be appearing in sub boxes apparently. But with that being the case, I also like to remind y'all I do happen to have a Patreon below. You can support me for as low as $1, get them one, dumb one. Hear things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reactions to every other series I have to review, ad-free variations of every single one of my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.
I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, Zara, Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Brandon Payne, Glacier XZ, and G Prosper. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 members, A plus A, Ignil Lind, Kevin Encarnacion, Midnight Lord 21, and Sean. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $7 members, Fine, Austin Wimberly, Uchiha, and Yuki Ally. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members, AZ Void, J Warrior, and Robbie Uchiha. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our $10 patrons, Overlord Zero, Waki Munoz, and Idem Okami. And I'd like to give a final gracious gargantuan thank you to our $100 That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.